doing? Welcome back to Coach TV, or welcome back to Coach TV. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Coach TV Nigeria, Coach TV family. And I remain your host, Julie Fresh, and it's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, you guys. Though it's quite sunny, but then again, the weather is not so harsh, so happy Tuesday, you all. Whatever that is. But happy Tuesday, you guys. Now, to all those just joining this space for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I am live. And to all my amazing to all my amazing subscribers, you guys rock. Thank you guys for trusting us. Thank you guys for always stopping by. Thank you for coming to this space all the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. So guys, as the description says today, our topic for day 6 is we had to do, first of all, before you guys notice the change, we had to do a little readjustment on most of our topics. And so for today, day 6, I want to formally apologize because our video delayed. I don't know, for some reasons we have been having a lot of setback, though we had a lot of planning and preparation, but I really don't know what's happening, so you guys would just have to pardon us. We couldn't get a lot of clips, though we did, but then again, we had a lot of mishaps yesterday, so we are sorry we had to delay the post, we had to delay the video till today, and it's not so long. But I hope you've gone back to see that video, and I hope you're learning from them, because this space basically is to educate you. That's one thing, that's like the core reason for this channel, is to ensure that everybody here is educated, you're educated, I'm educated, and we are all fine. So I don't know why I feel like I sound crass today. I really don't know why. So as I was saying, as the description says today, our topic for today is parental favoritism. That topic has been one that has been in my heart for the longest. I have thought about it deep, and that's because I've often seen people, a lot of parents do that, and they don't even know. Whilst others do it, they know that they are doing it, and they feel like, yeah, my child will be fine, the child will be okay, she understands, he understands. Especially in this part of our world, we do it oftentimes to the female gender, and even in the family, even in a family where they have both genders, we tend to put a lot of pressure on the first child, female, on the first daughter especially. Some daughters feel like they are not loved, they are pressured into doing a lot of things, they are pressured to becoming mothers at a young age, they are pressured to love. Like, you watch your parents train you this a certain way, and then when you have younger siblings, they don't train your younger siblings the exact same way they train you. They groom you to be a mother, they groom you to be a disciplinarian, they groom you to be responsible, but they expect the other ones to just live their life, and yeah, you have to be the sacrificial lamb and all of that. And it is gradually becoming a norm, or it has been a norm rather. So that's like one of the reasons why I looked up this topic, and I just want to say, because we look at some people's behavior, and we often wonder if these ones are normal, why they behave like this. But if you really check it, these people are going through a lot of things, either childhood trauma or whatnot, but something triggered those behaviors, and I just figured that maybe we should start from here. So for this week, we'll be looking at parental favoritism, a situation whereby the parents favors one child in a case where they have two, and even three still, or they can favor two child when they have more than 3 children, and leave the other one to, yeah, you can figure out how you can take care of yourself. You're a big girl, you're a big boy. And then we'll be looking at favoritism from the children's side. You know how we say, oh, I love my dad more, I love my mother more, I love my dad but I love my mom more, I love my mom but I love my dad more, and all of this. We'll be looking at that too. I think that will be tomorrow's topic. And the reason for that topic is we would like to know if these things have negative effects on our parents. And then we'll be looking at we'll also be looking at basically for the rest of the week we'll just be talking about parental stuff, and then we'll be looking at Oedipus complex and electro complex as well, because sorry guys, that's like another topic we ought to have done a long time ago. And then I know that I already told you we have a lot of things to share with you guys. Just stay tuned for the month of May, and trust me, this series has gone from 30 days series to 30 days learning. And notwithstanding, we're still going to take up some of the topics, and our pidgin lecture still stands. So without wasting our time, without boring us with so much talk, let's get right into today's edition on Cut TV. So for all those just joining, welcome to Cut TV family. I am Julie Fresh the host, and yeah, our topic for today is parental favoritism. Now, what do you think? What do you understand by the term parental favoritism? What do you think is parental favoritism? And like I earlier said, it's a situation whereby the parent favors one child more than the others, and it varies from attention, affection, love, support, privileges they give to one child. In a case where they have two, they do all of these things to just one of the child. And in the case where they have three or more, they do to like one of the child too, or even two of them, and they just neglect the rest. And some parents genuinely don't even know that they are doing this. Why some of the parents intentionally does this thing and feel like they will be fine, they'll be okay at the end of the day. So parental favoritism is a common experience in families, with multiple children, where a parent or both parents show more love to just one child or more. I just said that too. It can manifest in ways such as providing more attention and affection, privileges or support to one child while withholding from the other or the others. While some favoritism stems from genuine parent-child bonding, it can have negative consequences on the other child or the other children, particularly those who feel unloved or unvalued. Now, like I said, a lot of times most times our parents do not even know the effects of what we are doing. Some of them genuinely do not even know how they have picked one child over the other. Why some even know this thing, but just feel like they have reasons. They always want to justify the act. It's the only son. She's the only girl. I suffered before I had this one. After you, it took a while to have this one. Or I almost lost the child. I had an accident. I had a complicated labor, or complicated and high-risk pregnancy, complicated labors, and all of that stuff. And they just feel like, this child deserves more attention, this child deserves more love, this child deserves, and all of that. And you often forget you often neglect that, forget the fact that you have other children to look out for, you have other children to take care of. So that's like another thing. I'm so sorry guys. For some reason today I'm just chilled, guys. I'm honestly chilled today. So let's move on to factors of parental favoritism. Before then, we'll also talk about like I was telling you guys, the reason why people, for some parents that knows that they are that they are loving a particular child more than the other, for some of them they make, I just mentioned the excuses, so let's just move on to factors anyways. So the factors of parental favoritism is birth order. That is the reason why some parents chose favoritism, choose to favor one child more than the other. One is birth factor, which says this is research suggests the the order in which children are born can influence how parents treat them. Like I just mentioned earlier, you can see the pregnancy was an high risk pregnancy. Uh, pregnancy was an high risk pregnancy. I almost lost my life while during labor. The child came out and did not. The child died and came back to life. How they say it, the child this, the child that. The child was given birth prematurely. I spent a lot of time in the hospital taking care of the child and all that stuff, and it just doesn't make any sense. So because of that they end up loving that particular child more than the other. So the second factor is child's personality and temperament. Now some parents just have a thing for peaceful babies, peaceful children. They love children that are calm, children that are sweet, and the rest. So parents may find themselves gravitating towards children who are more agreeable and easier to control, easier to manage. That's the word. So you notice that when they sometimes you notice that in a large family there are times where you do something and you expect your parents to react or stuff. They'll be like, ah, this one I don't have your time, let me just focus my energy on this person, because this one is stressing me. I don't have energy to beat you again. I don't want to shout, you make me talk, you're so stubborn and all of that. And so because they feel like this child is difficult to manage, this child has temperament, this child is super hyperactive, this child is stubborn, like they always say it, they would rather just focus their energy on the agreeable one, the easygoing one, the sweet one. All children are sweet anyways, but that's how they see it. So that's another reason for parental favoritism. Thirdly is parent self-concept. A parent's own belief about themselves and their role as a parent can also contribute to their favoritism. So they just believe in what they know, what they believe, how they feel about this child, that can contribute to favoritism. So when you have multiple children, like it or not, in your family you might not even be your parents' favorites. Our parents, they know who their favorite child is, but some parents can be so clouded in that thought, thereby neglecting their core roles as parents. They don't even care about how this may affect the other one. So because this child is fair, this one looks more like my mother and I love my mother so much, this one is a reincarnation of my father, so I have to pay more attention to this person I love, and all that stuff. They know they have their own belief, and this affects how they treat children. And lastly is gender. Now studies have suggested that parents tend to favor daughters slightly more than they favor son, according to CBS News. Now this is not even Nigeria based, this is not an African thing, right? In this part of our world, in Nigeria, we already know that parents tend to favor men more than the women, and tend to favor their male child. Having a male child is a flex in this country. If you don't have a male child, like how this, especially in especially the Igbos, if you do not have a male child. Now I even suddenly got to understand that the way they put pressure on women who do not have male children is the same way they put pressure on women who do not have female children. Now you need the male child, because they often say if anything happens to the man, what will happen to his property and all those things, while for the women they'll be like, especially in the meeting, they always tend to do this thing. How do they say? Every time you go and eat someone else's child's food, wedding rice, you go to celebrate other people's daughter. When will they celebrate your own? And all those nasty comments people make. So a lot of times, so in this part of our world, I feel like, and I know a lot of people are agreeing with me on this, parents favor, value, love their male child, especially that only son. You see that only son title, they can manage if it's only girl and all of that. You see that only son title, some of them end up giving him so many names like king, prince, my president, my chairman, and all those titles, like the lord of my life and all of those things. They literally idolize the boys in the house and make them feel like, it's you just made me a woman, you just made me a mother, you just made me a father, you're the reason why people will stop mocking me and all of that stuff. So in this part of our world, I feel like the male child are favored and more loved, more than the female children. And let's move on to the effects of parental favoritism. Now, the effects of parental favoritism, first of all, to all those just joining me again, this is Scott TV, guys. Welcome. Hi, I'm Julie Fresh, and yeah, this is Scott TV family. So today, our topic for today is parental favoritism. And I just defined parental favoritism and just told you the factors that brings favoritism. And let's talk about the effects of parental favoritism. And I'm sure that you guys already know. Please, if you know anyone who is going through parental favoritism, who has gone through that phase of their life or still going through that, we say experiencing it, please let them watch this video, because trust me, you guys are going to learn from it. We'll be telling you how to identify and how to deal with favoritism. Now, first factor to know, which I feel like everybody knows already, is first factor to know is low self-esteem. First effect, rather, of parental favoritism is low self-esteem. Children who feel like they are not loved, children who feel like they are not given attention, who are feeling undervalued, who are not feeling supported, who feel like they are alone, may end up with low self-esteem, because their self-esteem has been tampered with. The times where they ought to be celebrated, they are not. The other child tend to overshadow every of their little wins and every other thing. The parents tend to make it look like they don't have any other child. This person do not exist. This person is just here for the title, my child. So most of them end up developing low self-esteem. Now, the second thing to note is mental health. These things affect our mental health in ways that we do not even know. It leads to anxiety, depression, and behavioral problems in the society. You often wonder why some people, you look at them, they are always sad. So people act psycho in the society. People are unnecessarily defensive. They are always ready to fight. They are always angry. You say something, they are already sad. They are crying, and all of that thing they do. They are always quiet, always moody, always reserved, and all of that. That's another effect of mental health. That's another effect of parental favoritism. It affects them mentally. And the third is strained relationship. This one, it affects the relationship between the siblings. It causes sibling rivalry. That's just the word. It causes sibling rivalry, because when the children, rather than loving themselves and just enjoying each other's moments, they tend to hate themselves, because daddy bought you ice cream, daddy bought me none, and he's telling me if you cannot finish your own, you can share with, you can give your sister the rest. Or when you're excited about daddy is buying us dresses, oh, I could not afford to, so I bought one for your sister, don't worry, when you can wear any of our old clothes, and all those things parents do. And sometimes they buy the higher quality for this one and bring this rubbish. They can do thrift for the, they can do good quality clothes for this person and do thrifts, just anyhow thrifts for the other person, and so they don't have money, they had to buy this, they had to buy goods. A lot of things can cause it, where you both went to school, you passed your exam, but because you failed, they'll condemn you and make you feel like you've committed the worst crime in the world. Meanwhile, when this other person fails, they encourage the person and tell the person, let the person know that she can or he can do better, he can do better next season. This brings about sibling rivalry. They are always put, one sibling is hating, in fact in most cases both of them hate each other, because the favored child already know that she's favored, he's favored, and is already using that as an advantage to misbehave and act some kind of way to the other child that is not favored. Now the other child that is being neglected is obviously not happy, and then is hating the other child because he's feeling like you are taking all the attention, all the love, and all the care from our parents, and they don't want to see me, they don't recognize me, they don't like me, and all those stuff. So yeah. Now fourthly is long-term effect. Parental favoritism can lead to long-lasting effects on the children, impacting a child's overall well-being and relationship. This may result to trust issue, fear of abandonment, or difficulty in forming healthy bond. Now these people, they can find some children grow up not speaking up, some kids grow up not speaking up, managing the situation, feeling like it's going to get better, and at the end of the day they just end up, at the end of the day, at older age when they become adults, they just end up acting, and the effects of what had happened, what had transpired when they were a child, when they were younger. And that is because some people, it never stops, even when they get older, even until they leave their family, their parents, it still remains. The parents still find a way to favor the one child and leave the other, and this can affect them, affect their relationship, affect their friendship, affect them at work, how they build inter-staff relationship and all that stuff. It affects them a lot in the future. It even takes somehow excuse me, somehow for some of them who end up marrying, it even affects their relationship, even their children. So the fifth one to know is fifth one to know is pressure. Now in this case, the favored child is pressured to always maintain the perfect child status. The favored child is always in a competition with the rest of the siblings, or the other sibling. They are always in a competition to be the perfect child, to be the best child, to remain the top. And this can even, it even springs about negative competition, bad competition, whereas where they already know that this person is doing well for myself, they find a way to sabotage everything good that comes from the other sibling. So yeah, everything good will also, so as to make their parents constantly refer to this person as failure and not expect good things from this person, whereas seeing this other person as the perfect child, the one that carries the family name, the ones that does everything good, the one that is smart and all that. So it can pressure them, put them in unnecessary pressure, and cause unhealthy competition between siblings. Now let's talk about how to deal with parental favoritism. Now the first thing to know is you have to reflect on your journey. That's the first thing to do. You have to reflect on your journey, reflect on your feelings, take time to understand how favoritism affects you, how your parents treat you, if you like it, how it affects you generally, And then acknowledge your feeling of hurt, frustration, sadness, and resentment. Acknowledge that you're hurt, you're pained, you're sad, you're frustrated. Acknowledge, you have to acknowledge all of that before you can heal from the effects of favoritism. Now, the second thing to do is to communicate openly. Now, a lot of people end up with low self-esteem and all of that is negative effects of parental favoritism because they never spoke up. And like I earlier told you that most parents do not even know that they are doing this. Genuinely, they don't even know that they are they are favoring one child and leaving the other. They're neglecting their children, while others, the ones that know, will not even know how bad it gets until you talk to them about it. So if you can express yourself, communicate your feelings to your parents, tell them how their decision, their acts affect you negatively. Tell them how it makes you feel. And if you feel like you can't communicate with them, you can talk to your grandparents if you want to. You can talk to your relatives. You can talk to your pastor or anybody you can talk to. Or better still, seek professional help. Seek professional help. It helps a lot. Talk to somebody and just let go of whatever it is you're holding in your heart. And then lastly, seek understanding. Like I said, some parents have reasons why they favor child. Now, in the case of autism, you already know that autistic children requires maximum attention and care, and this means that they cannot give you as much attention that you need. They can't give you as much attention as your autistic siblings need. They have to focus on their needs, ensure that because they are special babies, they are special children, they have to focus on them to ensure that the autism doesn't get the better part of them at the end of the day. So in this case, you have to understand, try and seek understanding and understand why your parents love this other child more, why they pay more attention to this other child, why they do the things they do for this other child and not you. And then again, you also ought to know that and then again, another thing to look out for is you have to understand, like, if you're Nigerian, you already know that parents, if you are an only child or an only gender, your parents will definitely love that one person more than you. Not that in a bad way though, but they will have to, because they feel like this one is the only one I have. And especially when it took a long while for them to eventually get that child, that boy, that girl, it will take a lot of time. So you just have to understand their own perspective, understand where they are coming from before you start hitting. And if you do not, like I said, seek professional help. And that is that for today's edition on Cut TV. So if you have any questions for me, please ask. If you're just joining me, welcome to Cut TV. Today, our topic for today is parental favoritism. So tell me if you have any question, any other thing to add. If I missed something, please let me know. If you want to share an experience with me, please do well to let me know. Don't mind me, guys. I am a bit under the weather today, so that's why my voice is a bit khaki, and yeah, I have names in my mouth. So guys, talk to me. What do you think? What questions do you have? So let me tell you something about my family background. I mean, ordinarily, we should have felt neglected because I'm from a family of 9, like I told you guys, and my parents' first child was a boy, is a boy, and the second a girl, third girl, fourth girl, fifth girl, sixth girl. No, third, fourth, fifth. No, second, third, fourth, fifth is a boy. Then sixth is a girl. Seventh is a girl. Eight is a boy. Nine is a boy. So whenever I tell people that we had 9 were 4 boys and 5 girls, they're like, okay, like your parents had a lot of children. That's wow, that's a lot. How many girls? 5 girls. How many boys? 4 boys. Oh my god, who's the first? Came first, the boy. So the dad had 1 boy and 4 girls, and he didn't stop. And just so you know, my parents, my dad especially, never made us feel less loved, undervalued, or made us feel some kind of way. Not even my mom. And I give it to them. Especially, I am giving it to all the other parents out there who are training their children the same way. They never made us feel some kind of way. Except for my dad, who just has this special thing for females. He just loves girl child. He loves female. He loved the fact that he had more girls than more male child for him, and he treated us the same. Like my dad's going to tell you, this Mary is my favorite child, Julie is my favorite child, Mercy is my. He loved us all the same. He treated us the same. He disciplined us the same. He showed all of us the same premium shege banza. And then when he had his other boys, it was the same. Nothing changed. There was nothing special except for our last born, Miracle, who they just gave that last born treatment, which is like a general thing. Everybody knows that last borns have preferential treatment too, except that boy. No other person ever felt that way. And yeah, I am grateful for that, and that's one thing I intend to do when I have my own kids. I will love them the same. I will love them equally, and yeah, that's just the truth. So tell me, if you know someone who is experiencing parental favoritism, or has gone through it already and is dealing with this aftermath of this, please let us know. Share experience, and yeah. You guys. So you guys, let me use this opportunity to say thank you to all those who subscribed to our channel yesterday. You guys rock. You're welcome to Court TV family. You are our new family member, and we love you guys so much. We love you guys so much, and we hope to see more of you. Please guys, let's keep this page active. Let's interact. Let's communicate. Let's have fun together. Let's build a strong community together. Please share this video, like it, comment, tell your friends about this video, and until I see you in our next video. And trust me, like I said, tomorrow we'll be talking about Oedipus complex and electoral complex. So make it a date with me tomorrow to know what these 2 complexes are, what they mean. And until next time, you guys, tomorrow is the 7th, so be sure to make it a date with us tomorrow. And until next time, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye.